I need you guys to be very honest with yourselves. Are you genuinely happy at this current moment of your life? If it's a yes, you don't even need to watch this. You could literally click off right now. But for most of you guys, I guarantee you that most of you are not really that happy. If not, you're a very neutral person, but it's not to what your potential could be. If this is the case, then this video is most certainly for you. And with full confidence and experience, I could show you how you could be happy, my friend. But before we get into that, I need to give some context of my life story. I'm currently 21 right now, and I would say I grew up with a pretty happy childhood. I had very loving parents. I grew up in a good neighborhood. I had a pretty good education system and a good support system of friends around me. But that's not to say that I couldn't have become a really bad kid and gone down a really bad path if I didn't stick to my mindset. Starting off in elementary school, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I didn't start off the best, okay? I was a pretty bad kid. I wouldn't really get good grades, and I wouldn't do that good in school. And for some reason, kids just did not like me. I don't know what I did to them, but they just did not respect me at all. And it's probably because I was weird to them, okay? I was cringe. And this is the biggest point that I want to get to later on. But moving on, I would eventually start to get better grades, and I would befriend a lot of people, and they were like, oh wow, this guy's actually nicer than he looks, and he's not like a complete weirdo. And that happened. I ended up getting valedictorian, and that was due to the most votes from people in my grade. And then the biggest change happened, going to high school. I was not ready for high school, if I'm being completely honest, okay? The person who I was in elementary, shifting over into a new environment of new kids, was not ready whatsoever, okay? It was like getting a goldfish and throwing it into a pond of piranhas. The first day, I surprisingly met two people who I'm still friends with currently, actually. The first one is Felix, the second one is Ched, and they are dope people. They're probably still in my life because we are all nerds and we like the same things, and we just click like that. Found some other people who are pretty cool as well, but I'm telling you, the rest of the school were like literally troublemakers. I'm not even joking. Like just imagine like the typical teenager that tries to act hard in front of other people, tries to wear the most expensive stuff, and just like is so obnoxious for no reason. That is literally what my school was. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not fit in. Like imagine a kid who likes The Living Tombstone, loves anime, plays freaking video games, and like does Fortnite dances. Like, look, I get it. It does sound weird when you put it on paper, but like, bro, come on, like making fun of me and like saying I was weird, like literally one of my friends at the time who was quote unquote hanging out with the popular kids, literally straight up said that, oh, those people think you're weird. And I'm like, damn, what the hell did I do? Like, all I did was just talk to them and just be myself. Is that weird? And for some reason, my ass wanted to be a part of that group. Like, I wanted to feel validated in some way, you know? And just be a part of kids that seemed cool. And funny enough, I just learned along the way that I should just brush it off and not give a crap about what other people think. So literally the year afterwards, I didn't really care about what other people thought of me. I had YouTube. I did my own type of videos. I would talk about it. I wouldn't be ashamed of it. Listen to my own music, stick to my own crowd, and just did my own thing. I basically just did things that kind of conformed to how I was as a person. If it wasn't really benefiting me, why would I give time and energy to go towards that thing if it wasn't for me? The same thing could apply to many other people, right? Like, if you like something, do it. If you don't like it, don't do it. In a way, I'm kind of forming my own personality to see who I am as a person and what I want. And after that, it went pretty smoothly. Nothing crazy happened afterwards, being a teenager, and I had a pretty good teenage life. So now, if you were to examine how I acted in elementary and high school, what would you think of? The answer to that would be that I was trying my best to embrace my most authentic self. It's literally as simple as that. So many of you are people pleasers. So many of you want to follow the herd like sheep, okay? You want to be like everyone else because that is the most relatable and safe option. I'm here to say that you cannot do that as a person, okay? Like, if you are following other people and you're not creating your own creative decisions and choices, that is really what is going to block you from obtaining true happiness. The first step is literally not hiding what your interests and passions are. If you feel the need to hide the fact that you are a YouTuber or someone who's trying to try out for the NBA or someone who loves to paint freaking, I don't know, mugs. If this is the case, you most likely feel a lack of self-confidence in yourself, or you might be surrounded by not necessarily bad people, but people who just don't bring you up and don't drive you to your full potential as a person. Imagine this. What if in high school, instead of doing what I did, what if I tried to join the quote unquote cool kids and conform to what they wanted? That means I couldn't do the stuff that I loved and I would have to hide what my true self is. And that is probably like 80% of the people you will meet. Someone doing something for other people. And that is just a crazy thought. This brings us into our second step, which is to find a clique of people who make you feel like you and do not make you question yourself. Now, to be honest, I'm on my own little solo journey right now. I don't really talk to anyone, and that's good for me right now. For you guys, it may be a little bit different because I know you guys need social interaction, which is understandable. But just to quickly mention, most likely you guys will probably be in a clique that you have and you enjoy it. But for the people who don't have that or feel like that, listen up, okay? If you feel like you're in a current group that doesn't bring you up or you just do not feel the vibe, that is a sign that you just need to dip, bro. It's just not your calling, okay? If you're not feeling it, it's not bringing you up, it's not giving positive vibes, and you just genuinely are just staring at the wall, then maybe that shows a sign of change and that you want something more out of life. So once again, in that case, you just dip, and then now, in terms of finding your clique, there are many ways you could find people. Once again, you could go to the bar, you could go to the club, you could go to, concerts, raves, if that's your type of thing. Or if you're a more low-key type of person, maybe you could go to the library. Maybe you can find Discord forums, Reddit, Twitter, play games. You could definitely find people online if that's your cup of tea. Literally, the internet is the most powerful thing. You could find people if you really wanted to. Social media literally categorizes your interests through the algorithm. So if you want to find friends, you could definitely find it with effort put in. The third one, and is my favorite part, is to literally just be cringe. Being cringe goes back to being your most authentic self, and let me explain. One day, I was scrolling on TikTok, and there was this one video I came across by this guy named The Zerky Show, and he basically made a video called Be More Cringe. And that video specifically explains how being cringe at a very young age shows that you're very in tune with who you are. And dude, after hearing that, I'm not even joking, I literally jumped up and I was like screaming, yes, this guy gets it. He actually understands the game. He goes to explain that when he was a theater kid, he would get made fun of a lot and that he would embrace that part of himself. He wouldn't care. He'd just say, yeah, I'm a theater kid. And what's wrong with that? Hearing that makes me really believe, like, damn. So we both went through very similar parts of our childhood. We embraced the fact that we love something. We didn't care about what other people thought about our interests because we just loved it that much. He didn't mention this part, but, having a group of friends that obviously promote that and want you to continue in that interest kind of elevates you. And then with the cherry on top, just being full on cringe just shows that you don't give a crap, man. Like, you are being you, and that is what makes you how you are as a person. Funny enough, there was this one friend I had, and it wasn't too long ago, it was like 3 years ago. I had this conversation where he was basically saying I was cringe. It wasn't anything crazy, but I said, what's wrong with being like cringe and a weird kid? And he kind of just said, what do you mean what's wrong with it? Basically implying in that tone that there's something really wrong with it. And that was my friend at the time, like, it just makes you think, like, damn, so you think I'm cringe, you think I'm weird, right? Although, like, you didn't put me down for it, it just kind of shows our different point of view in life, because I know that they would definitely not act the way how I act, but I could definitely see that there's parts that they're hiding of themselves. They don't want to show how they are as a person because in ways they're maybe insecure about it. They don't want to truly be their most authentic self. At this current moment, I am telling you, as a person, I am at my most authentic level that I could be. I am telling you my thoughts. I'm telling you my feelings. I'm literally pouring my heart out as I speak this. I'm fully happy right now. I've been through a lot. There's some things that happened to me, and I've had a lot of sad moments throughout 2024. And as of now, I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm at my peak. I'm literally at my peak. I feel like I'm Luffy Gear 5th, bro. I'm telling you. I literally went to my local city to watch an anime movie by myself. I went to a Living Tombstone concert by myself and talked about FNAF with other like-minded people. And I love anime and I geek about it to whoever I want to talk about it with. And I literally just say whatever the frick I want without even thinking. I genuinely think you have to have that mindset in life. Don't let anyone ever take away how you feel as a person, what you want, your interests, your passions, what you're thinking about. Because once that's stripped away, that's literally what makes or breaks you as a person. Stop caring what other people think about you. Find a group of people who will elevate you and just be as free as possible, be cringe, and express yourself creatively. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.